The story out today that billionaires are paying a lower effective tax rate than the working class in this country. And I think it was something like 23% versus 24%, something to that effect. I'm not sure.
God damn it.
All taxes combined relative to their income. That would include sales taxes, and et cetera. And that is why Rand Paul, when he hopped on The View today, got laughed at. It wasn't because Rand Paul was introducing, it wasn't just because of his mock turtleneck that he's wearing. It was because of what he said.
And the middle class.
But we have massive taxes here, but we don't get any free stuff. We don't have free health care. Well, our public education system is a problem. It seems like the only people that get free stuff are the very, very wealthy.
We have a different form of taxation in our country. Ours is much more progressive. So we've taken the poor off of the rolls. They don't pay income tax anymore. Most people below $50,000 don't pay any income tax. The top 1% in our country pay 40%.
Our audience says that's not true.
Well, the IRS statistics say that the top 1% in our country pay 40% of the income tax, and that those making less than $50,000.
Donald Trump doesn't pay any income tax.
Let me ask you this, because
and the middle class.
Well, look, I mean, here's the reality is, and this is the trick that you will hear conservatives do. Like when you look at the dollars, they will talk about the dollars that come in on the income tax, right? Because they don't. Now, we don't call the wage tax income tax. Which really, it doesn't matter. It's a tax. But the reason why billionaires pay more actual dollars than other people is because the taxation works on a percentage. And they have so much more money that at the same percentage, it accounts for a lot more dollars. That's not the issue. The issue is what percentage of what they have, of what they've gotten for society, do they pay? That's the issue. The issue is everybody's supposed to pay a certain percentage of what they have for the government services and the benefits that they get from society. And the benefits that you get from society are measured by the amount of money that you get, as well as services. Because you would not be able to make that money. Bill Gates could not have made that money if we did not have a society around him to support him. That doesn't mean that everybody, I mean, this is not a hard thing to understand, right? Like every golden retriever is a dog, but not every dog is a golden retriever.
And he was also just lying. Like, did you hear what caused the uproar in the audience? It was when he said that people who make under 50 grand a year don't pay income tax.
Yeah. Well, they very well may not. If you got a family of four, you may not pay an income tax. You pay a wage tax.
I mean, I make way less than 50 grand, and taxes are a huge bite out of my income.
As a single person, families might.
They're not necessarily income taxes.
Right.
They are your taxes on your wages. I mean, he's just taking a specific. You know what else? You know what? People who make $50,000 a year less, they pay almost nothing in capital gains tax.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I'm not paying any taxes on all the properties I own.
Exactly. You don't pay any. You're getting away like scot-free.
And plenty of people who pay 50 grand do pay income tax. I mean, I would be very interested to get. I think some people don't. But
this is the only graph that you need to see from the New York Times. Look at this. It's just crazy. It is taxes on the wealthiest people have now dropped to the lowest point that they've been in 70 years.
I mean, you see how that graph is flattening out, basically becoming less and less progressive over time. Imagine what an actual flat tax would do to that.
Right.
Oh my God. Like, you guys always say it's going to be hard to get people on board with the idea of a global proletarian revolution. And then you show me graphs like that.
Well, it's going to be hard to show everybody that.
I don't know I ever said that. but okay. And these graphs, unfortunately, have been looking like that for like 40 years.
Let's go to